Mr. Sholmes, show us! Why, of course, my dear madam. Would I keep you in suspense? Yes, you would. That's why you haven't shown us until now, you dumbass. This is what I found. Uh-oh. Oh, a crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? Let's take a look real quick. Can we look at this? No, she's not wearing it there. Obviously, she's got a very distinctive one on her one ear, and the other ear, there's a small stud, more or less. I mean, sure, it might strike you as odd that she only has one of this earring attached to her ear, but it looked like a very distinctive one, so I just wrote it off. It tells us nothing! Yeah, well, the girl behind you doesn't appear to want to tell us anything either, because she's covering her mouth. I'm not so sure. That crescent moon looks... It looks familiar somehow. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. Time to point it out. Observation, Mr. Naruhodo. That is the key. What? The truth is now tantalizingly close. How did that crescent moon come to be in Kazuma's clenched fist? This is the final clue. The last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does this little crescent moon mean? What significance has it? And observe. Find the answer with your own eyes. I'm tired of all these lies, friends. From the right ear. Miss Pavlova, I noticed that on your ear, even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. The little link holding on must have broken, I suppose. What? But looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon. I don't believe it! Little angel, angel of death! Now, the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched fist. Clearly, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. Miss Pavlova, Mr. Asogi must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night, in Mr. Asogi's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Oh, Stroganov, don't look so disappointed. But then the question is, why did Mr. Asogi do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Yeah. Well, that was certainly something. When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was at last in this cabin and I could relax after this horrible, long day. Tarka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried waving her favorite toy, but nothing worked. Tarka would not come back. So you went to pay him a visit. Waiting. Even though he should have been fast asleep. What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, Kazuma assumed it was Hosonaga. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. Oh, gosh. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Darka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh, yes? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina. Huh? No, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing on this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell him the truth, and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please, please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. That's when he went to the wardrobe. Oh? He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the captain. Oh no. Why did I think I could trust him? And then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then... Darka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... Oh! I pushed him. I was about to say it was Darka's fault, but no, you literally pushed him. Now I can't forgive you. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. My friend died because of you. And that's when you went to fetch help. Not help for his life. Help to cover up your involvement. From Seaman Stroganov, who was on duty out in the passageway. I heard Nina cry out, and then a thud on the floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Beef. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go." So you decided to help. By fingering me, you jackass! And that's when you arranged things in Cosmo's cabin to make it look like I did it. So that no one would suspect the passenger in the cabin next door. Yes. I went into cabin, and I looked around, to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there. And then I found Stowaway, in wardrobe, still sleeping. Right. That's when he found me. What, you think just because I'm a stowaway, I'm a expendable person? So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway, the deceased's friend. You were not going to just ruin his life, you're going to ruin his best friend's life too. You guys are a bunch of morons. I closed wardrobe doors and put back strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to good place and used ink that was spilling to write on the floor. I wrote that word, so that person who found him would look inside the wardrobe and find Stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. Yes. Oh dear. Accordingly, the SS Buria did indeed come to an emergency halt at a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt of the cabin door to slide shut, creating the locked room mystery. So, no trial, I guess. This is an open and closed case. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova.
What?
Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Yeah. Didn't they know that? Isn't that right? Isn't that why you were rescued in the first place, quote-unquote? Because they knew you were running away?
Yes.
But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem?
It was what he said first. That made me scared.
What he said first? I was gonna get another person's opinion? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine.
He said an inspector was his friend.
Oh, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard.
I thought that if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, I...
May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? Uh-oh, Susato's got something to say, and she's a pretty feisty one.
It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Sogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, he was going to go to the wardrobe to consult me, obviously. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can't know for certain. But he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done.
No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done, it seems. There's one more deduction to make. What? Another deduction? Yes. What action was the victim really about to take at that moment? Can we determine whither the young man's gaze was directed? The final deduction? First, consider the victim's location within this cabin. That's easy. I remember every detail of that room. I mean, yes, I spent quite a lot of time in the wardrobe, but still. That cabin has been my home for this entire voyage.
So this is how the cabin looked last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama.
Yes, it's exactly how it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. If there's one thing I've learned today, it's that a simple gaze can reveal all manner of truths. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, you can't afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze to where it lands. So, when he turned away from Miss Pavlova, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? He was looking under his bed for the boogeyman.
Take that!
Wardrobe. Considering everything that had happened last night, certainly it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however, what is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. So now I hope you feel doubly shit for what you did.
The wardrobe?
And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly.
Haha. Miss Pavlova, please, think back very carefully. What were Mr. Sogi's exact words last night?
Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here.
Another opinion?
Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No. Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. To see if, between them, they might be able to help in some way, no doubt.
Oh no. Sadly, we can't know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. But I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had.
Damn. This entire episode, we've been misunderstanding where people are looking. Looking at the case instead of the tiara, among other things. Now we got a fatal mistake. Miss Pavlova, I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But, unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that! Whoa. Damn, Ryunosuke.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Sorry, we'll bring it back. Damn it. Be my friend.
Really, I'm so sorry.
Your words mean nothing. Throw her overboard. These cuffs belong to you.
What have I done?
And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident on the SS Burya was finally laid to rest. Well, there you have it. We didn't need to take this to trial. We caught the culprit right at the crime scene. 9th of January, 7:14 p.m., SS Burya, first class cabin passageway. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now, then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll be handed over to the British police at Scotland Yard. What about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Won't the Russians try to repatriate her? Apparently, the English detective can speak to the immigration office and sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I see. Damn. I mean, I feel for her, no doubt, but she acted brashly. She had no business being on the ship. She boarded, and literally an hour later she killed a man. Like, come on. I'm sorry. Seaman Stroganoff, I don't need your apologies either, okay? Just be a bitter man. I wanted to help our angel, no matter what. But I didn't think about you. About how you lost a good friend. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste. But, well, do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? Duh. Well, I'm afraid you need to pack now. At least you are looking healthier, Mr. Hosonaga. We're due to arrive in Hong Kong tomorrow. As much as it pains me, I'm still a stowaway and I need to be kicked off. I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan. Yes. This whole trip was a waste of time. Just bad memories all around. I'm never going to sail again. I'm just going to stay in Japan. I did stow away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. It's not my cabin. It was my late friend's. Okay, well, it does seem darker now. Even though, again, there is no windows in this cabin. It looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. Or maybe there is a window and they just mentioned it was too small. I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure they said there was no window. To think that only days ago, Kazuma and I were laughing together about how we'd tear up the streets of London. It seems like a distant memory now. How can I stay in here? My friend lost his life in this very room. Oh, what's that? Is it someone weeping? Oh, Susato. Susato-san? Huh? You've got his sword. Naruhodo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, well, I haven't been back long. Inspector Hosonaga just told me I should pack, you know, ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Oh, I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over. Just like that. Life is fragile. Life is precious. You know, carpe diem and all that. Memento mori.
Susato-san.
We can mourn together. In the cabin.
He had such grand ideas for this visit to Great Britain. So many dreams. But now they've been cruelly taken away. Just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible. But now we know the truth. That was just an accident. Just a silly series of mishaps. It's too much, Naruhodo-san. It's just too much.
God, like... I mean, if this happened in real life, you truly would be like, what the actual fuck? This was such a waste. And this happens, you know? Like, good people die for stupid reasons. And it's just incomprehensible. It's abhorrent. When it happens in a story, it's like doubly worse, you know? It's like a gut punch. Because someone wrote this. Someone wrote this to happen to Kazuma, okay? Like, in real life, sure, like, the stars misaligned or something. Fate had a funny sense of humor, but in this, a story, someone wrote Kazuma to die a pointless death like this, and that is just even more heartbreaking. Yes, I know. I wish there was something I could say. Who said that? Oh, Inspector.
Inspector.
My duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain. Hey, your food was spiked as well, but I failed. And caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. You didn't know not to eat the chicken. I've let everyone down. And I will do anything to make up for my terrible blunder. Nobody blames you, Inspector. And I'm free again now, at least. Oh god. Surprise, Mr. Naruhodo? What is the meaning of this? Oh, a trifling matter. I need a new assistant now that Dr. Wilson is dead, and you're coming with me to Great Britain. Simply that in my head, I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. That's just great. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. Sorry. So I decided to restore them. For old time's sake, shall we say. You are a stowaway, after all. He thinks this is funny. I love this mild antagonistic relationship we have with Detective Sholmes. Such a troll, honestly.
Mr. Sholmes. We do appreciate all your assistance. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Not at all, not at all. And though it's a little late, may I offer my sincere condolences? The loss of your companion is truly heartrending. I hope that you'll be able to fulfill some of his aspirations in his honor. I can't. I'm going back to Japan. I'm afraid that won't be possible. What's Susato going to do? Is she just going to keep going to Great Britain as well? Just hang out there by herself? We shall be disembarking at the next port, in Hong Kong. We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. What? Wait a minute! It's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway. Susato thinks it's pointless for her to carry on. The terms of the study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. It was to be one lawyer and one assistant. Was to be? In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead. Well, I'm a lawyer! I'll have to be. Oh no. I don't care for me, but...
Poor Susato-san.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue shortly.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
Qualifications, you say? Any qualifications obtained in your own country will be of little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid.
Oh, but
anyway, the voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
Yes.
where could we find one? Pray. Miss Susato? Yes? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? Huh? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, unless... Are you studying law? No, I'm not, but I can change my major. I'm sorry. In that case, I don't think there's even a chance it could work. Sorry, not change my major. Change my entire degree. But as I said, there's still more than a month before we reach England's shores. Time to study. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I have a month in which to study. To learn what I must to become a lawyer in Great Britain.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That's ridiculous. Are you seriously suggesting anybody could learn all of that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out. I would work my fingers to the bone, Inspector. Every single day. Will you let me try? You said you'd do anything. And if, by the time we reach Great Britain, I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I'll take whatever punishment is deemed appropriate. But why put yourself in such a difficult position? For Kazuma, he said that there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and that he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. He was passionate about it. I can't let all that passion just come to nothing. And anyway, it's for my own benefit too. I can feel closer to my good friend. I will become a lawyer. I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? Will you be my assistant? That's a nice smile. It's so nice to have her smiling at me instead of staring daggers.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thank you. So, what does our bespectacled inspector friend say? Are you serious? One lawyer and one assistant. The numbers are indisputable. No, 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 it's madness. Yet fascinating, wouldn't you agree? Fascinating? Duty and rules are the dull routine of existence that we all abhor. Give us interest, give us fascination. Speak for yourself. Besides, qualifications are no measure of a man. What matters is his character. No? And you've witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes. From the early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contending with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all, courage. That's mighty nice coming from you, Detective. Very well. I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector! After all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? You did! I'm holding you to it! I said that I'd do anything at all to make up for my shortcomings here.
Oh, thank you, Inspector.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I must pay a visit to the captain's quarters. I think. I need to discuss what to do next, and how best to make my report. My friend gave his life for this law journey to unfold.
Are you really prepared to attempt this, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, I'm going to try. I wonder, would you consider teaching me what I need to know? Everything about being a lawyer. It's for your benefit, too.
I would be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant, after all.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Naruhodo, I'd like you to take charge of this.
The sword? What? Me? Are you sure?
I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted.
Oh, his bandana's wrapped around it as well.
Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword. It's been in the Asogi clan for generations.
Very well. I accept. I'll treasure it always. Hoo-wee. It's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders. So then, Miss Susato, It seems we'll be working together for some time to come yet.
It will be an honor, Mr. Naruhodo.
That book, what is in it?
And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. We shall fill every spare moment with study.
Yes, that's exactly what I need.
Starting now.
Oh, no, not now. First thing in the morning.
But before we begin, I have an earnest favor to ask of you too.
Oh, goodness. Okay, what is it?
Please throw me into the ground.
What?
3 times.
No. An eye for an eye makes the world blind, Susato.
What? I should never have doubted you. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me.
You doubted me. I mean, evidence was stacked against me.
No matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behavior.
And that too, you were close to Kazuma, you know? You were gonna lash out at the first person accused of being his murderer, even if it was me. No! No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away, and the cabin door was locked from the inside.
No! I won't let you make excuses for me. Whatever the circumstances, I shouldn't never have thrown you. Not just once, but 5 times!
That number keeps creeping up, doesn't it?
Please, you must. Just take hold of me and throw me. Do it. Don't even think about it.
No. I don't even know how to do a Susato takedown. Okay, I've never thrown it anywhere in my life. Ryunosuke takedown, you know, it's a mouthful. Very wise, Mr. Naruhodo. It isn't a skill one acquires without considerable training.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes.
I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was most impressed. When did he see that? Observation, my dear fellow. I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling.
Oh, well, in a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujitsu technique. I might call it judo.
Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. Leaves your head swimming, believe me. How beguiling. I'm a practitioner of the combative arts myself. I'm a somewhat accomplished boxer. Oh god, please, watch your fists! There he goes, dancing around again. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to instruct me on the technique for your arresting throw.
Yes, I'd be honored.
Then let us not dally. Demonstrate, my dear madam.
Oh, of course.
You were supposed to throw him ages ago, so please do so now. Before looking at his diary.
Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo?
No, not on me! Sorry.
Hi-ya!
That's it. I'm not studying tomorrow. I'm taking 2 days off.
As you can see, you throw from the abdomen.
Oh yes, arresting indeed. And that is what you term the Susato takedown, is it?
Actually, no. That was the Susato squash.
Please don't demonstrate anything else. I'm just gonna fall asleep here. I've been up since 7 a.m. In my groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Oh boy, one last memory. Karuma? That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. Can't believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. I mean, taking a katana on a study tour is more than a little irregular, surely. He was so proud of it. The Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. Can't be parted from my katana. I guess your soul's with me then. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. And I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. And I'll never give you up. And Susato should have known I would never have hurt you. that important thing he had to do. I still don't know what that was. Maybe we can rifle through his diary. But I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. In Great Britain's capital, London. Alright! Well, that's the end of Chapter 2. Goodness me, what a wild ride this is shaping up to be. Crash Course Candidate